Oh yes, we're back with James on the couch, and yes, we didn't force James to come on the show tonight, but he emailed me and said, Michael, I went through a bit of a tough time there and I'd like to share that with others. And that's what I find so beautiful about the show. Over the last 5 years, people coming on and sharing their stories with others, and then other people come up to me in the street or email me from all sorts of places and say, Michael, we got really inspired with that story. We went through a divorce, lost a loved one, had cancer, went through bankruptcy, but that story sort of made a bit of a difference. And that's what it's all about, making a bit of a difference. And every day, even as individuals, we should try to make a bit of a difference, be a lot more love-orientated and smile a bit more. You know, life's tough for everybody, but just smile a bit more and reach out to others, because, you know, all those people you pass on the street every day on the way to work, you'll never see them again. You know, so you might as well say good day and try to help out, because they say your rewards in life do match your service, don't they? And I like the way, James Walter, you broke away from the crowd and came back to Melbourne, surrounded yourself with some loving family members. Yeah. Because you would have ended up dead or behind bars, wouldn't you? Definitely. I would have ended up a fate lot worse than a court case, for sure. Yeah. Like, you had a good family behind me, although this family in Melbourne, family around me, a very good, close, loving family, been through tough times as well. Could have been millionaires, but people come down. I've come to the conclusion now, sort of the last 25 years, having been both a cop and a defence lawyer, you know, tough times, I'm not surprised anymore. Everybody goes through tough times, and death will come and wipe us all out, so we just have to smile and get ready for those hits of life and become a lot more spiritually resilient and not judge people. And I think meditation is very important, just to clear that mind, isn't it? Clearing your head, yeah, for sure. Clearing that mind. But people laugh when I say I meditate every single day, but then again, 1 in 4 people are depressed or just unhappy with life. But we need to, you know, just calm the mind, get into silence, and it just. Even over a good book. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Better than involving yourself with the wrong sorts or getting involved with that, even that small little inkling to become criminally involved with something. Yes, you're right, and you were in a group of scumbags. He was in a group of scumbags, punks, you know, wrecking stuff, destroying shit, drinking too much. But isn't it funny, like, as human beings, we sometimes need to be in groups to feel safe. Everybody joins a group, you know, the football club, the unions, this and that and that. I mean, it's nice to be in groups, but some people depend on groups, and then when the weekends come, they're all by themselves and they stress out, they don't know what to do with themselves, you know. That's why a lot of people can't meditate. But remember that sooner or later, you've got to break away from the crowd and become an individual and do things a bit differently, because we come here by ourselves and we're going to die by ourselves, not with a whole group. That's right, isn't it? That's all correct, what you're saying, for sure. Yeah. You've got to be an individual, isn't it? Because there's always that little voice talking to you. Yeah, you can become corrupted, so think twice. Think about what you're doing. Stay where you are and work hard. Stay where you are. And James, you're right. Think about what you're doing, because because there's a lot of angry people out there, and if we respond, if somebody gets angry with us and we respond back with anger, we're just going to be like yo-yos. But really, it's up to us how we react to those different situations, isn't it? Situations, for sure. You've got to know how to act in the situation. You've got to listen to people, listen to your mentors, listen to your teachers. If you went outside the studio and somebody said, "Ah, you're a bloody wanker, mate. Look at this bloke." Back in the old punk days, you would have chased him and given him a bit of a flogging. But how would you respond now, you think? Back in the punk days, yeah, might have responded with a negative circumstance. Today, just keep walking, keep on your way. Yeah. Don't bother with that sort of thing. Half the time, it's a drunk. And so I used to be the same, folks. When I was younger, you know, young cop at St Kilda, you know, chasing crooks, doing 30 jobs a shift. I'd go to work sometimes, and someone would cut me off, a young bloke, and then give me the finger and tell me to F off, you know. And back in the old days, I'd get angry, I'd chase them, and maybe even pull them over and charge them off duty. You know, I think back and I think what a pathetic little boy I was. But, you know, these days I realise that they might be going through some mental health issues, or they're just not unhappy, and I respond back with a smile, you know. Better to smile, for sure, Michael. Better to smile. Yeah. But we've got to go through that ego stage, don't we? We've got to be, as us blokes, we've got to be dickheads before we become a bit more, you know, a bit more wholesome. Sometimes you've got to, you know, sometimes it takes a lot for guys to let it all out of them before they realise, because they fall into that
that kind of vengeful spike, that spiral.
But there's still people out there at the age of 60 who still have the ego. They're still meeting at the gym or in the shower room saying, oh, I've bought the new Porsche and I've got this and that and I'm a member at this golf course, and they haven't lost the ego at the age of 50 or 60. And you think, you know, what's happening there? They should have got rid of the ego a long time ago, but they're still competing when really life's being on a creative plane. Like I said before, success is different for everybody. We should just create our own lives and appreciate other people's lives, but get away from that competitive plane of life, because it's you can never be happy if you compete against others.
Yeah, sure. The criminal world is secretive, so people develop alter egos, and when it's highlighted through the media, that kind of develops them as in a good sense, and that's no good. And then they get to the age of 60, like you said, and think it's okay and develop that, you know, alter ego of, you know, we're tougher, we're better, all this sort of thing, when really, you know, it's quite the opposite. You know, they're quite the opposite to that.
What do you do every day to greet others and to show your love for other people?
Just a simple hello. It's how you say it, just be simple.
Do you go out of your way to greet people now?
Yeah, like I throw some money to the busker or whatever. Yeah, nice. For sure. I always try and, you know, reach in my pocket for some spare change for the busker.
Do you see a lot of people walking past the busker? Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. In Burke Street, there's always, you know, a lot of people around the guy, the didgeridoo.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing? A lot of people walk past the busker. A lot of people walk past a blind girl playing the piano. A lot of people, the old pensioners trying to get out into the line of traffic, and people just are blind, just keep on going. You know, why is that? Is it all about the ego?
Yeah, it's no good to develop an alter ego like that. I don't think so. I suppose
the lesson out of all this, we've got to be a lot more love-orientated towards others, don't we? Be a bit more loving, a bit more non-judgmental, and I'm sure most of our viewers are. But look at Bali. I've been there 35 times. They greet you in the fields, they smile. Hello, Michael, how are you? It's an unconditional friendship, whereas in the West we seem to be very much, you know, judgmental. How much money do you earn? What do you do for a job? Where do you live? And what sort of a car do you drive?
Yeah, the whole ASL is there, age, sex, language, that sort of thing. The questions are posed straight away.
Yeah.
On you, yeah.
The parties I go to, folks, I get that almost like I'm dating or something, you know, even blokes. Oh, yeah, what do you do, Michael? And they're trying to find out how much of this you've got in your back pocket and which side of Brighton you live on, you know, on the beach or maybe in the east, which isn't good enough, you know. But, you know, I'm over all that, and I really enjoy meeting people like you who are straight down the line and who are courageous enough to come on and tell me the way it is.
Being real is my favourite thing, like being here, being real.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
The real stories to be real. You hear a lot of stuff hyped up. To be real is the actual thing to do. These days, more so, I think. People are more real with everything.
I think a search on the phone records in America, and they said the word I was used millions of times and you was hardly ever used. So it's probably important to listen a lot more, isn't it? And
to think of other people rather than the I. Yeah.
Thank you very much, James, for coming on. God bless you, and thank you very much once again for tuning in. Hope I didn't bore you to death tonight. God bless you, and love and best wishes. Until next week, good night.